We're joined today by the Northeast 10 Softball Player of the Year. We head up to Colchester and St. Michael's and we chat with Jenna Devens. Congratulations, Jenna, on the award, on your season, on your career. Um, now that you can look back on it all, what's it all mean to you?
Well, first off, thank you. I just finished my softball career here at St. Mike's, and honestly, there's a lot of emotions going on. This place has been my home. These girls have become my family, and it's really tough to have to walk away from that. They'll definitely continue to be my family, but it's going to be different not being able to share the field with them anymore for sure.
Tell me about this year in particular. Like you've had a really good career, but what happened this year that was particularly special?
Our group, we always have a good group, but this year in particular, our group was just absolutely amazing. The chemistry on the team was awesome. We bonded really well on and off the field, which is huge. That doesn't always happen. And since it translated onto the field, we just had that connection and was able to really get the job done this year. We had a good season. We were just under 500, and we were the only team in the conference to beat pace. So that was a huge accomplishment for us, especially to even though we did lose game two, it was awesome to kind of finish out that day knowing that we beat them.
Um, I feel like that's the right mentality too. When I ask you, like, tell me about your year, and it was all team related stuff,
Yeah.
which is always what you want to see out of your best players sometimes. Tell me about what clicked for you though. Like and I even like extend that out over the course of your career because when you won Player of the Year, we did the math on it, and it was like in your time at St. Michael's, you spent like 40 days hitting under 400. How? Like, why? How did that happen?
I've just always loved hitting. I obviously love the whole game and everything that comes with it. But hitting has been something that I just absolutely love to do. I know there's a lot of people that don't love tee work. I personally would love to stand at a tee all day long and just get reps in, not even full swings, just a lot of contact based and whatnot. Um, and yeah, I honestly just love hitting all the time. Um, it's a funny joke. When I was in high school, I would skip gym class to go hit during COVID because we were just sitting in the gym. It also helps that my dad has always been my hitting coach. So anytime I feel like something's off, I can just call him or I can just send him a video and right away he can just be like, "Yeah, this is what you're doing." And I'm like, "Awesome, thanks." But yeah, he's definitely been a huge reason for my success my entire life with hitting for sure.
You've always been a two-way player. You did pitch a couple of times this year, but how much did it help you as a hitter just to say like, all right, in 2025, let's focus on the plate?
Um, Being a pitcher for sure helps know like I always say I have like certain hitting patterns that I follow, and knowing that pitchers also have their patterns is definitely something that helps me at the plate because I know both sides of what's going on. Um, and also just like since I've played the game for so long, knowing like what pitches might be thrown on certain counts. And also now that it was my fourth year, I know that coaches know that I will never swing at the first pitch. So I know that 95% of the time I'm going to get a strike right down the middle the first time. Um, and so it's just like stuff like that is funny to see.
How come you never swing at the first pitch?
It's something that's always been ingrained in my head. When I was younger, my dad just had this mentality of if you don't hit that first pitch over the fence, it wasn't your pitch to hit. And I've come to realize my best counts are with two strikes. And so when I get deeper in the count, I hit better. And so I'll never swing at the first pitch because my timing's not down. I haven't, especially first at bat, I haven't seen the pitcher yet. It's more of a mental thing for me, honestly.
What did you think when you found out you won Player of the Year?
I actually found out on the bus to Pace. And I just woke up from a nap and I was awesome to wake up to, honestly. Coach pulled me up to the front of the bus and he was like pulling individuals up one at a time and like telling us what some of us got. And it was cool because he looked at me and he was like, he took a pause. He was like, "You are our player of the year." And I was like, "Wow, that's awesome." And it's just cool too, because I was rookie of the year my freshman year. And so then to end out with player of the year is just like a full circle moment. That was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you think you were still taking a nap when he told you?
I was definitely still out of it a little bit. Um, but no, I heard it loud and clear.
I want to ask you about the international play as well, because I would imagine this is not the end of softball for you. Is that fair?
Correct. As of now, I need to take 3 months off because I hurt my hand, so I can't play this summer. But I do plan to try to go and play in Australia for their summer season, which is the winter here. And I've been playing the past 2 summers in Germany, for their like league over there, which has been the most incredible experience ever. If I didn't hurt my hand, I would be going back like within the next few weeks, but
Tell me about it. What do you like? What's it like over there?
softball over there is just so different. Like here, it's so not that it's not competitive over there, but like it's so like you have to be perfect and like all of this stuff of you like if you don't get a hit, like you're not good and like all this stuff. But over there, it's just everyone's just playing because they love the game, and everyone's at different levels. And over there, like you can play with for the most part, you could play with anyone at any age. So there's girls on my team that were 14 and 32. Like, and honestly, like the anybody could be at any level at any age. So that's really cool too. Plus, on my German team, it's almost all German athletes, and then there's a few imports. So it's myself, my Ireland national teammate, and then there's always one or two imports. So which are usually Americans, but not always. But we also always go to the Cup at the end of the season, which is like usually in August. We've gone to the Netherlands and we've gone to Italy. And playing in those tournaments are so fun because you're just playing people from all over Europe and honestly all over the world because people just get pickups from everywhere for the tournament. And so you're
How
just
did
playing.
how did that happen? Like how did that first get on your radar?
Yeah, so when I was a freshman, I tried out for the Ireland national team, and then it was the winter of my freshman year, and so I made the team. I went to Czech Republic and Spain that next summer, and while I was in Spain, I led the tournament in home runs, and the German hitting coach, who's now my German coach, he saw me play. We played them. The next summer he needed a pitcher, and since each team in Germany can only have so many pickups, since I have a European passport, I don't count as a pickup. So he was looking for like that type of player that he doesn't need to count as a pickup. Um, and so he actually DM'd me on Instagram, and I called her mom and I was like, "It's a scam. Like, what is this?" But I do have a friend who plays for the Italy League, so I reached out to her and I was like, "Is this legit? Like, what do you like about it? What you like, whatever." So I took a risk and I went out there days after my last final after sophomore year, um, and probably one of the greatest risks I've ever taken in my entire life.
How's Europe?
Awesome. It's so fun. I've gotten to see so many cool places, um, places that I never would have seen if it wasn't for softball and if it honestly wasn't for my Ireland coaches and my German coach and my parents, obviously. But
What's the future for you with Ireland and what your national team status can take you to?
yeah, so I've played for the U22s and the women's national team. I don't know that I would be eligible for the next U22 because they're usually every other year. And I'm 21 right now, so I think I would be too old for the next one. But women's you can play until your body tells you no. So I do plan to do that. Some of the tournaments recently in the past couple of years have been at like weird times. They're normally in like June, July. This year they're in September, so um, we'll see if that'll be feasible for me or not. But yeah, I do plan to stick with them for as long as I can.
Outside of softball, what's next for Jenna Devens?
I think I'm just gonna take a little break. I've kind of just been going for the past 21 years and haven't really had much of a break. So um, I plan to go back to New Jersey, spend some time with my family, and then my family's moving to South Carolina. So I think I'm gonna go with them and then possibly head out to Australia in October.
Um, Still gonna follow St. Mike's once you're gone?
Oh, obviously, yeah. These are my girls. I love them. I can't just desert them.
What does the Colchester community mean to you? What does the school mean to you? What does the team mean to you?
Oh, the school just means everything to me. I mean, I If you told me I would be right here, the person I am today, 4 years ago, when I walked into the school, I would be like, there's no way this school has that much of an impact on one person. But it really does. Like, you can ask anybody at this school. St. Mike's has a huge impact on people, and I wouldn't be the person I am without St. Mike's today. Whether that's the softball team or the other friends I've made here, the faculty, the professors, it's all awesome.
What was the impact? How did it make you who you are now?
I mean, there's been so many just ups and downs, but obviously like all positive, but I've learned so much between like literally in the classroom with our small classes, which is one of the reasons I came here. But also just like the people that are here are unlike any, like we are such a tight-knit community here. And I don't think I've ever felt that. I feel like in high school, it was very much like high school. And here it's not like that at all. Obviously, it's not high school anymore, but the people here, everybody's so nice to everyone. It's just a great community. It's full of wonderful people here.
I know late in your high school career, you were on a D1 track. Obviously, that didn't wind up happening, and you wind up at St. Michael's. Um, what's the D2 experience meant to you?
Honestly, I didn't really know about D2 in general until I looked at St. Mike's. Um, it was always like, oh, I just kind of thought there was D1 and D3 kind of thing. Um, so I always wanted to go D1, like small school D1. And then when that kind of fell through my junior year, um, I was following the school that I was looking at since I was in eighth grade. And when like that fell through, I was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Like, I don't know if I want to play softball anymore or whatnot. Um, Found St. Mike's again, took a chance and came out awesome. But honestly, I love the D2 experience. I know some of my friends that do play D1 and they love it, but I feel like D2 allows for more of a balance of schoolwork and social life and just really getting to know people deeper, like on a deeper level that I feel like some D1 people, like athletes don't really get because they're just with their team 24/7.
Well, Jenna, it's been awesome to see the growth for you and the success that you've had this year. And certainly it's put you in the right spot. So best of luck as you go to Australia once we get
Thank
to the
you.
winter time and with wherever softball takes you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.